All right. So the Battlefield 6 trailer dropped, and it was fine. We got the tanks, the jets, the buildings falling down, everything you'd expect, or well, maybe maybe not expect from a modern Battlefield game, but it was it was okay. Um and after the mess that was Battlefield 5 in 2042, the most shocking thing almost for DICE to do is give us something completely normal or something that we expect. But I think that this normalcy could be the biggest red flag. And why that could be a red flag is because of the trust issues with DICE. They've burned through community goodwill that's been building up and collapsing over the past few game releases. Battlefield 5 stumbled out of the gate. It was a terrible marketing campaign, complaints about historical settings everywhere. People had a lot of problems with that game. I did too. I thought the gameplay was okay. The gun mechanics felt fine, but they kept changing everything. And then I was done with it after the first Christmas. I think it was, they changed the TTK and then they reverted it back almost immediately. They said, we'll never do it again. And then guess what? They did it again, uninstalled, completely done. And Battlefield 5 never really found its footing, it seems, with updates coming way too late or not at all, and sales not meeting expectations. Not good, especially after the probably one of the best Battlefield games, in my opinion. Controversial hot take, Battlefield 1, especially after Battlefield 1, that just not a good thing. And then Battlefield 2042, just completely faceplant, change for change's sake. The game launched without a campaign, a technical mess, and then they got rid of the class system, an iconic thing in Battlefield, and switched that in for a hero-style shooter. That change led to creating huge problems with balancing and turned off a massive part of the fan base that felt the series was losing its soul completely. And the player count with it, not that player count is necessarily a indicator of a good game or not, but when you're talking about a massive multiplayer game like Battlefield, when the previous edition, Battlefield 5, which wasn't good anyway, when that has more people playing than your latest release, this is not good. And then you got the typical acknowledgement of things from DICE. Oh, we're listening, all of this type of stuff. And they could be listening a little bit, and they may get rid of the specialist system and go back to classes. We don't know yet. But after two games that were poorly received, experiments almost, and completely changing core concepts of the game and core mechanics of the game, I don't know what to think about this trailer. I mean, yes, it's fine, it's normal, and it's almost like DICE is saying, we promise we're not going to do anything weird this time. But I don't know if that's exactly what we need. Obviously, we don't need anything weird, but normal may not be exactly what we need either. As much as I would love to see a reskin, essentially, of Battlefield 4, I think a lot of people would, or even Battlefield 3, we do need some sort of progression with it. This trailer, instead of feeling like a new direction or a building upon the foundation, it feels more like a retreat from things. It's like an apology. My fear is not necessarily that the game will be bad, although I, in a negative light, do think the game will be bad. It's just I think the game will be boring. I wonder if DICE is just, if they even listen or care at this point, if they're just afraid of repeating the same mistakes or overcorrecting, that they don't really know what to do creatively anymore. Are we going to get a prettier, shiny Battlefield 4 because that's the safest possible option? Again, I would love to see that, a remake of it, but not necessarily as a brand new Battlefield game. Again, this return to basics is something that I would love to see, something a lot of people would love to see, but there's a fine line between a return to basics and a regression from what we need. Classic Battlefield games weren't just about a modern setting. The huge success of Battlefield 1, I think, shows that. And Battlefield 1 progressed Battlefield. It had innovation and it evolved. This trailer doesn't really seem to show any innovation. Sure, it goes back to basics, but we need something new. The destruction of the trailer, it looked great, right? But that's a pillar of the series at this point, or at least it used to be. It's to be expected. We expect destruction in a Battlefield game. We expect a chaotic sandbox. This trailer is not really a leap forward. I don't know. You can't blame people for being skeptical. I'm skeptical. People in stream are skeptical. It seems a lot of people are skeptical. And of course, people are hyped. And I want them to be hyped. I want to be hyped for it. But after getting burned by the hype for the last 2 games, and honestly, I wasn't really hyped for 2042. I was hyped for Battlefield 5, man. I was super hyped for Battlefield 5. But I'm not hyped for this one. But I want to be. I think a lot of people are in this boat of, I want you to show me gameplay. Don't just show me a cinematic trailer or something like that. We want to see gameplay, because a cinematic trailer doesn't really do anything to earn back this lost trust. And DICE is in a really tough spot here. It's got to prove that this return to a modern setting is not just a play on nostalgia. It's got to show that it's not just listen to the feedback, but it's actually building on the foundations that made this series great in the first place. This normal trailer could be a quiet start of a triumphant comeback, sure, or it could be a sign that the studio's completely run out of new ideas. We'll wait and see what the multiplayer trailer reveals or whatever they're going to do for that, because I think that's the real test. DICE has our attention, at least it has my attention with this, but it's got a long way to go to earn back my excitement for it. What did y'all think of the trailer? Did y'all like it? Does the back to basics approach make you feel hopeful or worried? I don't really know what to think. These are just my initial thoughts on it. But let me know what y'all think down below. Go follow Twitch too, by the way. Take care, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.